Good morning, everyone. It is day 7 on the TA, and we are climbing. First thing this morning, 6:30 this already. It is 6:30, and we are started. Today is the day that we go through the Raetea forest, and fortunately, again, it has been dry for the last week, so we have a report from a friend ahead that the mud was not so bad, so that's good news for us. She estimated it took her about 10 hours to get through, and that's pretty much what everybody was saying too, is 10 to 12 hours. So hopefully by dinner time we'll be done. Yeah, we've got about 2K of this road, which we're almost halfway through already. And then I think we get onto the track. I don't remember the name of this track, but it's some really nice views already. Apparently, we're gonna have some good views throughout the day.
That's what you said last night.
Yep, and there's a sanctuary right back there. Oh, nice place. So we are moving on, crossing the island at this point. Walked down 90 Mile Beach on the western side, and now we're crossing over to the eastern side. When we get to Kerry, we'll be pretty close to the ocean on that side. All right, that's hard to breathe while we're climbing. This is going to be the first really significant elevation that we've had on this trail, and we've got multiple days of food in our packs, so yep, we don't quite have trail legs yet, or lungs, so we're still working on that, but today should be help us get there. Well, looks like this is the end of the road and the beginning of the trail, the track. Ready to go? Going. Whew. All right, here we go. Let's see what all this anticipation leading up to this. See what you got. According to Far Out, we've got 1.1 kilometers to the peak. I guess that's the highest point on today's trip. However, right after that, it goes down and then back up again, I guess, to a smaller peak, but at least that's the way it appears. So we'll see. Now we're getting off road and hitting some track. Now, with the lack of rain, we're just getting started. With the lack of rain for the last week, this is probably much better than it would have been. I'm sure this would have just been a fun disaster to try to climb. The mud it's sticky, and you can, with a little bit of rainfall, it's gonna get really sloppy again. So I think we got really fortunate to hit it when we did. Still climbing to the peak. Whew. It is steep. I'm just glad it's dry. All right, we made it to the peak. At least that's what it's called in Far Out. Little campsite here that you could, I guess you could stay here if you needed to. Somebody made a little clothesline out of some vine. While this is a peak, it is not the highest peak. We just reviewed quickly the elevation changes coming up. And yeah, unfortunately here, just looking out, we've got a overcast day, which is good for keeping the heat down. But anyway, not good for the view, but that's all right. There you go. And just, yep. Just push. Sunshine. Oh, and a little bit of blue sky up there. Steep climb up to the radio tower. All right, we made it to the top of the hill. We did not go up to the radio tower, which should be right up through the trees there. Some of our friends did, and they said it was a decent place to stop. It was kind of socked in when we got here, so we decided it wasn't really worth going up there for a view. Anyway, so, but I think you can camp up there if you need to, if you're not going to do this all in one day. But anyway, that was a tough hill getting up there. It was, the last kilometer was fairly straight up. So, and once again, just happy that we got a mostly dry, you know, there's certainly mud around, but nothing like the videos from other people that we've seen. So as you can see here, it's quite walkable. Probably, that was a little over 8K for the day. We got 20 to do total, so we still got a ways to go. Right high point, not really sure. I guess it's just of this Raetea forest, but we're going here to our McKean Road, so we've got 7.8K left. Most of that is downhill, other than right here. Although how could that be the high point if we're going uphill? Not entirely sure how much farther we have left. I want to say maybe 3 or 4K, something like that. But it has gotten better on this in the last I don't know, 2 kilometers or so, maybe 1. It's just flattened out. A lot easier to walk on, less mud. So we were able to kind of just cruise a little bit. Hi. Oh my. You're very friendly, aren't you? Yeah. How you doing? All right, I'll pet you. Hold on. Okay? Yeah, I know. Okay? How's that? Good? All right. Just getting out of the Raetea forest. Coming down into the farming area. Well, after a little bit of confusing situation after we saw those sheep of where exactly to go. We figured it out, and we got down, did the about 1.5K walk here on McKean Road to the McKean campsite. All right, here we are with the wrap up for day 7, right?
Feels like 15.
Whew, yeah, day 7 on the TA. Yeah, it was a long day. We did, on my watch, like 21K or something like that. So it was 13 miles.
I guess.
Yeah, you guess.
Oh, my
yeah.
Garmin wasn't working.
Oh, that's true. Your watch isn't working
I
correctly.
had 3 miles on my Garmin.
Yeah, so.
I feel very cheated right now.
So, but so while it wasn't really all that long of a day, I mean, as far as mileage wise, 13 miles isn't too terribly long.
Unless you're hiking the whites in New England.
That's true. Or hiking the Raetea forest in New Zealand. Yeah, it was so good and bad today, really. As far as the weather.
Well, first of all, we woke up at 5. We were out by about, what, 6:15?
Yeah, something like that.
So we started hiking by 6:15.
Yeah.
Just to kind of give a frame of reference. Well, the good is that it's finished.
Well, that's true. No, the good is, I'm just thinking more that it hasn't rained in about a week.
Right, yes.
Because this section is notoriously muddy. Very muddy.
And it was still muddy.
Yes.
But it wasn't
knee deep
mud that you were going through, and we were able to bypass a lot of the stuff that was still problematic.
Right.
So
our shoes did get muddy. Yeah.
And my legs got muddy.
Yeah.
And
we slipped
both
a few times.
Slipped, a couple of times. Lots of roots, lots of things that kind of catch onto your poles or your feet or
grabby.
So it was slow going because of that reason as well. It was just.
But it took us just under 11 hours. And that's with a couple of breaks. I think we took about 3 breaks.
We did.
Lunch was a little bit longer break. We were trying to get some administrative stuff done for down the trail. But it was just under 11. And
I'm happy with that, to be honest.
It was actually really good. So some people take that long just to get to the radio tower at the top. Yeah. And then they stop and do it the rest in the next day. Yeah. So
it's rough.
Yeah. So I'm really pleased with this.
There are sections that are super steep as well. I mean, the elevation gain wasn't anything. It was like, I think I had like 2,300 feet or something like that.
I want to say we had more than that, but
okay,
I'll have to go back. Yeah, you'll see it at the end of the video. But
regardless, it was very steep at times. Like we would be going, and I'd be like, oh, like you have to mentally prepare yourself because it's just straight up, and
then you go down muddy. And right back up again.
And it's muddy, so it's slick, and you're looking for footholds and things like that.
Right.
So it's an experience. It
was tough. Yeah, but I mean, it was well marked, clear. So that was good.
It was well marked
until we got to
the mud.
Yeah, it's true. Until we got to the end, really. Once we got out of the forest, then it was a little difficult to follow.
The sheep fields,
yeah,
essentially.
Yeah. So and we did get off a little bit, but that's fine. We really did just the same amount of miles anyway, or kilometers or whatever. So. We did got some new birds, I think, today. So that was pretty cool. We'll have to go back and find those. And
by the way, the forest is lush and lovely.
Yes.
And there's vines and there's ferns.
It's beautiful.
And things are hanging off of the trees, and it's beautiful and it's amazing.
Right.
If you can look up a little bit just to kind of scan, because otherwise you're just constantly looking at your feet. Where are you stepping next? Yeah. So otherwise.
And we had a couple of really nice views.
We did. Yes.
Not too many, but a few. So.
Yeah.
But,
agreed.
so all in all, it was a good day.
Yeah.
We're tired, and unfortunately now we're moving on to tomorrow. So not tonight.
If you say it, that means it has to happen.
Well, okay. So we're going to try to do 43K tomorrow, which is like
gonna happen.
Which is like 27.5 miles.
Because you talk the younger guys into it too.
I know. So the point is that is not tonight, but tomorrow evening and into the next day, into the morning, Friday morning, we're supposed to get a lot of rain, and there's a river crossing that we have to be concerned with, and walking along a river for a while into the next section. So we're actually going to try to do our best to
mush 2 days into one.
Do 2 days. So instead of stopping at the Black Bridge campsite tomorrow, we're going to push right on to Phuket. You know, we're going to, do our best.
And stop at the dairy for breakfast.
Oh, that's right. And stop at the dairy. And we'll hit 100-mile mark.
Yeah, it's a big day.
Whew,
If it all happens.
Yeah, so it should be, we'll see. But we also have a decent amount of road walking to start the day tomorrow.
We can usually get a groove on there.
Yeah,
so hopefully make good time in the morning and then just kind of gauge it the rest of the day.
Right, and just push on as best we can. Yep. So it's going to be a long day tomorrow. So hopefully, stick with us and and hopefully you enjoy it. I'm not sure we will. We'll see.
Well, the suspense is going to be, did they make it the full?
Did we make it? Yeah,
or
that's
did
right.
they bail at Blackbird?
That's right.
Did they make it to Phuket or did they bail at Blackbird?
Yeah. We'll see. So, all right. Anything else?
No.
All right.
I'm ready to
Yeah,
go.
we're ready to get off our feet.
We did wash today, though. That was nice, too. There's a really nice creek river down here.
right
so
here.
we were able to really just
rinse
rinse our
up
stuff out and get the mud out of our stuff. And,
Yeah. So I'll take a quick shot of the campsite, but everybody is in there with their tents and dinner and cleaning up and that kind of stuff. So I won't do too much, but I'll just give you a real quick visual of that. So it's just a small camping tent area. So, all right, that's it for tonight. We will see you tomorrow on day 8. Have a good night.
Good night.
All right. So this is I'm from afar. This is the McKean campground road campsite. And I'm just going to give you this distance view here because everyone's kind of doing their thing there, but that's the space right there. Just beyond our orange tent there, off to just to the right of it, there's a little trail that goes down to a really nice creek. And it's that's where we go to wash up and get all the mud off of our feet and our gaiters and everything. So that's it. There's not much to this campsite, but it's actually everything that we need. Oh, and there is a little bit of a privy off to the left here behind the tree too, so that's great. All right, hope you're well. Have a good night.